Welcome, everyone, to episode 5 of The End Podcast. My name is Josh Mott, and I'm here ready to do a really great intro. It's doing really good so far.
Yeah, good job. You did it.
Thank you. And I'm joined here by my co-host and really helping to lift my spirits today about my intro.
Yep. It's only the second time we've done it, but the first time technically was like my fault.
I nailed it. I nailed it both times.
Sure. Yeah, sure. But anyways, we are here. We have a choice between either doing 21 Bridges, continuing that story, or writing a completely new story this week.
So, you may remember from last week, if you watched that one, that we did the first part of a movie called 21 Bridges as a screenplay. And we wrote a little bit about that. It ended up being so far what's happened is there's been a guy, and his last name is Bridges, but he also talked to a bridge at one point in a dream. He woke up in a hospital room and then basically just got dunked on by his mom in a hotel room, and then met some dude, and that was it.
That was his friend.
Yeah, but it's just, to us, it's just some dude so far.
Okay, so, but the point is, we tried to get a little bit more serious last week. We weren't doing puns. We were trying to actually do a character-driven story off of the prompt of 21 Bridges, something that neither of us know what that movie is about. I kind of want to know what it is about and compare it to what we've written.
It's not close.
So I'm hoping...
I can assure you it's not close, because when I looked it up and I got the random movie, I saw the poster. It's not this.
Yeah, I saw it too. I saw it. But it could be. So let's flip a coin. Let's see if we're going to do it. Heads is a new story. Tails is 21 Bridges.
Are you flipping it or should I?
Oh, you can do it. I can flip a remote.
Okay, I have this nice golf coin right here. Valspar is 21 Bridges because there are more than 21 paints. The other one is the other one. Please be a new one. Please be a new one. It's a new one. Let's go.
Oh, all right.
21 Bridges. We'll be back to you next week.
Probably. All right. So who gets to go first? You got to flip it again.
All right. As per usual, Valspar is for Alex. It's me. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
You're welcome. This one is going to be a bad one. Do you have the new doc that you're going to send to me?
I didn't send it
No.
to you? I have it on my screen, so I'm like, oh, he can see this.
Nope.
That makes perfect logic to me. And if you guys, we forgot to mention it like last week, I worked on making a website.
Oh, yeah. There's a website now.
And yes, we have a website. And if you ever want to listen to our podcast
without using up 20% of your CPU encoding 1080p video.
Yeah.
Decoding.
So it's there.
Decoding.
Oh, I sent it twice.
Perfect.
I don't know if that'll work. Does it work?
It did. Why?
Okay.
Why that font? Why?
Because I made the document.
Make me an editor.
You can't edit?
I want edit access.
Okay. I guess I can get that.
Or
to
just.
You. But we have a website.
Please.
So we hope you go and listen.
Edit.
But we are working on making it more accessible for listening.
Make me an editor.
And you can edit.
No, I can't. Oh, it wants me to. Okay, so it wants me to sign in, but I want to be on a guest tab so that I can search things up without dumb things happening.
How do I do this?
Just go into the settings for the thing, and in the link settings, just make it so that anyone with the link can edit.
I did.
Really? Because it doesn't look like that.
I literally people who looking at the screen can see that.
Change. Copy link.
Here, want me to give you the link again?
Nah, it's fine.
Just refresh.
All right, fixed it.
Did you have to refresh?
I'm an expert.
You had to refresh.
No.
Okay, well, let's get
Moving
started.
on.
We already wasted 5 minutes. We got to get going.
Comforta.
Comforta.
All right, The End, episode 5. What should this week be about?
Okay, don't do one of your rambling descriptor things, or you can, because I usually end up turning it into something else.
Yes.
But I would say go for something different, because that's your default.
Well, it's because that's a good way to start a story. But let's think. What's something interesting that we can do this time?
dialogue. I had an idea. If I was gonna start this episode, I was just gonna do hi.
Well, God, that didn't happen. So, moving on. All right. We're going to go some exposition style.
Exposition style. I hate exposition. There should be a story with no exposition and everything's just like...
Everything just happens. That's called a normal thing that we write because there's no foreshadowing. It just happens. It had been...
Well, there was a lot of foreshadowing in that Jeff Bezos story.
Sure. Yeah, yes,
there
was.
Been 22 years since what? What happened? His birthday.
Wow. Yeah, it had been 22 years since Jeff was born. That is, oh man. It had been 22.
Can we go this week without a celebrity appearance?
Yeah, usually it's you that brings it in.
You're right.
So it's up to you. It had been 22 years since the Earth was rocked by a cataclysmic event.
Ooh. Is that how you spell it?
No, not at all.
Here, let me fix it.
Teamworks. So survivors only remembered by the scars it left on the planet. Your move. If you can't tell, I watched Escape from New York, so I'm really into that exposition stuff.
22 years since the Earth was rocked by a cataclysmic event.
Don't know what the event was. Also, I don't know why they don't remember it and why it scarred the planet. That's on you. And then eventually, it's on me. Deep thoughts today. I wanted...
Well, it's very vague, so I have to bring it in
sci-fi.
something else.
Sci-fi. Red dust. Oh. Red dust. What?
The red dust settled upon the shelters.
Now who's doing imagery?
Steel top roof.
Steel tap roof, like tap dancing.
The red dust settled upon the shelter's steel top roof. A slight howling breeze.
How can a breeze be slight and howling?
I don't know. A howling breeze.
Hey.
Foreboded the inevitable. So we're leaving it vague. Vague. Foreboding the inevitable?
That's just not how you use that word.
What does that even mean? Okay, but I used Grammarly. Foreboded, foreshadowed the inevitable?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Why did I put it? All right, so the red dust settled upon the shelter's steel top roof. A howling breeze foreshadowed the inevitable.
What is it? We need a character. We need some characters going in here.
I would say let's set up some more.
All right, fine.
Why is there red dust?
A lone person clad head to toe in what appeared to be something like a spacesuit of old. So like a XA suit or something like that.
What's an XA suit?
I think that's what it's called. I don't actually remember. I'm sorry, internet. God, I had to know. Spacesuit of old. Trudged through the growing...
When I look up XA suit, it only comes up with cars. Oh, what is that?
All right, so I don't actually.
That is kind of awesome. All right, this is what I'll imagine for the rest of the story.
Is it just like a car?
Hold on.
Are you linking it? All right, trudge through the.
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's loading. That's cool. That's
what comes up.
not what
that
I was.
looks really
not
cool.
what I was referring to. But you know what? Cool. The trudging to dust. The dust that was accumulating ground towards. Wait. Heading towards a large cold door. You're up.
Okay.
Okay.
A lone person. You read that again for me?
A lone person, clad head to toe in what appeared to be something like a spacesuit of old, trudged through the dust that was accumulating on the ground, heading towards a large cold door. What I'm picturing in that shot is like that one thing from Blade Runner 2049 where everything's just like orange and that one dude is just walking in it. It's just that. I've never seen the movie, but I have seen that. Stenciled dark text bled on the frame. Ooh, cool. I'm going to see if I can find out which spacesuit I was referring to. Spacesuit names.
Stencil dark text bled from the frame of the opening. Hughestown, all welcome.
Hughestown.
Hughestown, all welcome.
Hue saturation luminance town.
Hughestown, all welcome.
Beneath. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is getting to be a long paragraph.
The person walked past a grungy sign. What's a way to describe that? A tattered.
Tattered? I like that.
A tattered sign.
It sounds British. A tattered sign.
With a foreign language on it.
Are you gonna type Chinese?
Person. No, I don't actually. I usually just draw it. I don't know how to type in Pinyin.
Okay. Well, you can draw it in here. I don't mind.
Person didn't recognize that it translated to Global Seed Vault. That's right.
Global Seed Vault?
They're in the Scandinavia. I think in Norway. I think that's where that is.
The Global Seed Vault?
Yeah.
What?
It's somewhere cold.
How do you even know this is a thing?
Svalbard. Because it's cool as heck. Yeah, it's on the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen in the remote Arctic Svalbard archipelago. I don't know if that's actually what people from Norway sound.
What is it? I don't know what this is.
It's a place where they there's a copy of every seed that is stored there. Like they have all of the plants so that in case there's a apocalyptic event, we can still have plants. This is what
that would have
look.
That would have been something
look how
like
dope that looks though.
I saw
That's
it.
Such a cool
I've been looking
shot.
at it.
That's so cool.
All right, I wasn't on board until I saw this. I was like, why do you have this Norwegian greenhouse on here?
Very cold. Norwegian cold house.
Okay, this is pretty dope.
I know, right? Okay.
Okay. I like that.
Oh.
So what, are they speaking Norwegian or something?
Just I don't know the answer to that yet, but the XA is a camera, not a spacesuit. I got that mixed up.
Welcome.
Wait, is there someone like standing outside, or is it like a voice recording?
No, I don't like that. So he's walking past it. Well, for a boat with a, huh? Okay. Why is he okay?
Oh, so many questions and so few answers. This is truly
Where am I supposed to go from here?
just gotta go knock on the door. Why is it called Hughestown? Why is it American? Why it's an American.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
Um.
Okay, I think I know where this story is going to go. I think I have ideas of what's going
The
on.
stranger approached what appeared
Here,
to be
ooh,
the entrance
and it looked super rad.
and rapped.
Psh, psh,
Okay, how do you? Okay,
Yo.
you know when old stories are like, "Oh, he rapped on the door."
Yes.
Like, how does that?
Yeah.
And rapped on the door.
The sound came a rapping, and yeah, I think that's very
I think it's
very
rapped
Poe language.
and rapped on the steel metal. I don't know. Metal.
Global seed vault, find no fault. Come and protect those plants.
Yo, what's up? This is Alex from the future, and so you're watching this because we had some technical difficulties. Not quite sure it's anybody's fault besides the computers. You know, the machines are gonna take over. They're competent most of the time. Then other times they lose 5 minutes of footage. But this time, maybe it was for good reason. We talked about nothing for like 5.5 minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and recap you on that whole sentence because I don't want you to feel left out if you're listening or you're watching, because it would have been awkward just for me to be there. Like that's the whole point of this. It's like a threesome. It's three people in there. So it's me, you, and Josh. Josh is here too. So when he's not here, it's just a little bit awkward. It's just me talking to myself, and you're like watching, and you're like he's talking to himself, but I'm really talking to Josh. But you can't hear that. Anyways, so I'm gonna read the sentence, and then we'll move on from there. A slow creaking noise indicated that some mechanics on the inside were causing a heavy door to move. The person saw a dim orange light in the building's interior, beckoning them to move forward. At this point, we started like talking about the word beckoning, and like how that's a weird word. So you missed out on that. And then a preface: the next day, as the gruel slopped onto her Dixie plate, she looked at herself in the mirror across the room. Her hair had grown since she had last seen herself, her dark roots infecting the faux blonde locks of the past.
Inside.
And then
inside,
we will catch up
inside.
right now and see.
Inside the inside of the inside hall. The inside of it was very dark.
Inside the inside of the large hall.
Inside the inside of the hall that was enlarged on the inside.
The looming ceilings of the seed vault only serve to
Protect.
exacerbate her sense of just the emptiness of the space only being occupied by 4 other people and the cook at that hour in the morning. Cool. Nailed it.
Actually, I need to read it. I wasn't paying attention.
Seriously?
I got
This is
Okay,
why-
I got distracted.
Look, literally the next line you're going to write is going to be like, and then she went to sleep because it was 10 o'clock in the evening. It's like, no, I literally just wrote it this morning.
That does sound like me. I probably could do that. Looming ceilings of the seed
You
vault
did it last
only serve
week.
to exacerbate the emptiness of the space, only being occupied by 4 other people, and the cook at that. Oh man, I wanted her to be alone.
Well, I just wanted there to be a few people because where does the gruel
She made it
come from if
herself.
there's not
That's
anyone?
all she knows how to eat.
But someone let her in.
Maybe I let her in.
Okay,
Only being occupied by 4
Move
other
on.
people to cook that.
type your bloody sentence. This is a pretty cool opening sequence. All right, so what I'm imagining is we get like basically the beginning of this is like Luke walking up to Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi, and as soon as the doors to the place close, you then just immediately cut to just like plop as the stuff goes onto the plate. I know literally nothing about.
I don't know
that
anything
show,
about
so
it
I
either.
cannot make
So
any jokes. All right, perfect.
I'm just putting it on here to give it some context.
It really shows the mood of the place that they've decided to watch How I Met Your Mother. It's like, man, they really are desperate. Again, never seen the show. I don't know anything about it.
I heard it's like 9 seasons to
I don't know
tell
if
a
it's good or
20-second.
not.
Oh shoot. Sorry, people watching the podcast. I don't know how that happened. That was very weird.
Did you just close out of the tab or something?
Yeah. So I was just trying to highlight this so I could italicize it, and I went over to OBS on my other screen and moved it around. I don't know how that happened. You know, I like moved.
Okay,
I
that's
moved
pretty
my
funny.
like webcam, my display capture on it. That was really weird.
It's been 30 minutes and we still don't know what the story's about.
TV
Hurry
Wine
up.
with random chatter
Stop playing
DVD
around
runs
with
of How I
OBS.
Met Your Mother. Ah.
You know, the whole story is in italics.
DVD runs of How I Met Your Mother as she forced the disgusting solution down her gullet.
Ugh.
What is that called?
Okay. I've only ever heard birds. I've only had people say that about birds, but okay,
Is gullet
whatever.
the word
Sure.
that I'm looking for?
That's a word.
Esophagus. Yes. I'll take it.
Okay. All right. So where are you
Oh,
from?
that's what they're gonna talk about.
Partner.
No.
Yup. This guy's from Texas. He's from the South.
Why
The
does
South
every
of the
single
United
character
States.
have to be a stereotype?
Not a stereotype, but just an accent, and it's because it's fun. Also, just because it says partner, that doesn't... I mean, I would say that. That's something I would say. So where are you from, partner? A middle-aged... tall Canadian man asked...
So where are you from,
I'm gonna pull in
partner?
Ethan here. Our favorite protagonist.
Wait, how do we know she's our protagonist? What if Canadian man's our protagonist?
Nope, already established it.
So where are you from, partner? Middle-aged Canadian man asked our protagonist.
I set up the questions and Alex answers them.
She stared up at the all too happy chap and glared.
Chap.
God, my typing. Ah!
Lag.
All too happy chap and glared. Nowhere.
Ooh.
Nowhere.
Ooh. Cool. Cool protagonist. Disassociated, doesn't care. The Canadian man seemed a little unsettled by that response, but was not fazed by it and walked away to join his 3 other companions at their makeshift card table
Tabel.
Tabel.
Okay.
Their makeshift card tablet. It's a Samsung Galaxy tablet. I don't know what it's called.
Okay. Got any basil? Asked a plump fellow. An odd sight
Oh, that's cool.
for post Bitcoin crash
No.
life.
No. No.
No? Are you vetoing my idea?
I mean, I'm not
But
vetoing
what's your
it.
idea
I'm
that
just,
caused
I'm
the
just,
apocalypse?
I don't know yet. I spend 50% of my time thinking about what's going on.
Okay, but what actually did happen?
I don't know.
Okay, we got to figure out our story. By the way, we're about 30 minutes in. Got any
I know,
basil?
right?
The pump fell an odd site for post Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep post Bitcoin, because maybe that's like the only thing that was the apocalypse. But an odd site for post Bitcoin crash life.
I love how the meta story of the end podcast is us just dunking on Bitcoin.
No, go seed. Replied.
What?
No, go fish. Oh, I didn't really. Hold on. No,
Oh,
go seed replied. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me fix the sentence. Replied.
So they're playing Go Fish, but with seed packet.
Replied an Asian man. As he looked back down at the seed packets in his hand. All right, so that you understand it. So
Wait. So in a world where plants are rare, is this not equivalent to playing cards with like solid gold bars?
but that's all they have.
They can't take some paper and okay, not gonna.
Got
Just-
any basil? Asked
I'm
a
just-
plump fellow, an odd sight for post-Bitcoin crash life. No, go seed, replied an Asian man as he looked back down at the seed packets in his hands.
Wait, is seed a crypto term?
All right, so what's
is
the
this
conflict?
Is this holding a crypto
So what's the
allegory?
conflict? We're getting our character set up. Well, we need to get the conflict. So I feel like we need a little bit more with this scene, and then we'll get to the conflict. Don't you agree?
Yes. I was actually just gonna immediately jump into a
Well,
conflict.
you can do that now if you wanted. I mean,
Doing it. As the plump man. No, I can't do that. As the disappointed man picked up a packet of seeds. Spelled that packet wrong. He filled up a packet of seeds in with a heavy heart. The entire crew was roused by a loud red alarm. No,
Read
no,
alarm?
just a loud alarm. Yeah. Read alarm. It tells them all that they need to go read some books.
all right. So picked up a packet of seeds with a heavy heart. The entire cruise was roused by an alarm.
I love how so far we have the main character who just does not care. Is just too cool for it. We have the Canadian man who's basically just none of this has affected him. He's just like, "Oh, this is fine. We're all doing good." And then we have the big guy who gets disappointed when he doesn't. He's just like, I love how overly dramatic it is where it's like, picked up a packet of seeds with a heavy heart. It's just like, man, not again. Not again. I can't lose another game.
The table folks stood up in a calm fashion, content with the apparent emergency.
Wait, can it be except for the one guy, for the big guy? Because he just like was like, oh no.
Content with the
it-
apparent emergency as they shuffled out the
Mess
I was about to
hall.
say, what's the word for that? Into the outer bay perimeter. All right. The table folks stood up in a calm fashion, content with the apparent emergency as they shuffled out the mess hall and to the outer bay perimeter.
Okay.
As for what that means, I don't know.
They were followed closely behind by the newcomer, who drew out a revolver just in case. This person is easily the coolest one out of all of these people, just guaranteed. It's like, oh no, there's an alarm gun. America, even in Norway.
As the bullets rattled inside their chambers.
That's not. She must not be taking care of her gun very well
Maybe-
then.
Okay,
You just hear it like click, 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 click.
maybe this in 22 years post-apocalypse society, the only bullets are like she doesn't have an option for the bullets, so they're kind of like.
They're all just like.
So you know when you have a Nerf gun and you lose all your bullets, you have to buy new ones, and you get those like off brands that don't fit, and they just kind of like they
just
don't
like,
fly. They just go like 2 feet.
So she has like a 45
Yeah.
revolver, and it's filled with 6 9mm rounds, all just like stuffed
Like
with
she just
stuff.
has a bunch of random bullets in there. As the bullets rattled inside, I mean,
Okay, that's a pretty good. Okay, that's pretty
as the
good.
bullets rattled
I like
inside their
that.
chambers, each one
The bullets are rattled, but the person who holds the gun isn't.
each one a different length.
Length?
And I don't know, and
Caliber. Excalibur.
Each one a different length and
What
caliber.
did you do?
I don't know. What do you?
I
What did I
fixed
do?
it.
I don't know. As the bullets rattled inside their chambers,
know.
each one a different length and
Just
caliber.
like a hanging indent or something.
She stood steady as the front folk, I don't know,
The front folk, the table mates.
approached what set off the alarm. The Asian man.
That's who set off the alarm.
The Asian man turned back. Okay, the Asian man drew a quick fist in the air as the others stopped behind him.
That's cool.
Delivery
All right, so I guess he's the leader.
time.
Okay, I guess that makes sense why they wouldn't
Yeah,
be phased if this
That's
is
the
a
point.
normal
As the bullets
occurrence.
rattled inside their chambers, each one a different length and caliber, she stood steady. As the front folk approached what set off the alarm, the Asian man drew a quick fist in the air as the others stopped behind him. Delivery time. So I feel like I like that. It sounds like it's a serious thing. Like she's on edge because she's like unsure of what it is. So she's
Right.
been like on the edge.
And they're all just like
And
chill.
they're all chill because they have an idea of what it is.
The most that this has annoyed them is that it's just interrupted their card game.
But I think we
Okay.
turned the tables. I mean, we kind of got to. We're 40 minutes in.
The door clanged open. The front door. The door clanged open just in time for a massive sand crawler to drive in.
What's a sand crawler?
I don't know, but it sounds really cool.
All right, I'm gonna look it up, and we'll get a visual for the people who are watching.
I don't think that's a thing. I think I just made that, but
I hope. Okay, that's not good.
what is
You
that
hear it?
noise?
My parents are doing stuff in the next room over, so I apologize for anybody listening. Okay, so for sand crawler, I got the thing from Star Wars.
Oh, okay, that's not what I. Okay,
It's that huge,
so
like,
imagine one of the.
Trapezoid thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so imagine one of the things from
Yeah,
Mad Max, like one
this
of the
is
Mad
exactly
Max
what I was
cars.
thinking.
But instead of wheels, it's got like tank treads.
Yeah, that makes.
Because it's a
That
it
looks
crawls.
like something from. I can't even think about it. All right, whatever. That's a good enough visual. So are you done?
All right. No, clearly being driven by a tall, strong man with spiky hair and
Oh, this is Mad Max.
I've never seen Mad Max. I don't know anything. Wait, nope. I'm about to switch it up and
All right.
fedora. All right, there we go. You're in.
He wiped the sweat off his forehead and
Wait, can he have one of his underlings do that?
he has
for him?
underlings?
I imagine this guy
Okay.
seems like a.
All we know right
strong
now
dude.
is that he just drove in on a massive sand crawler. Okay, let me finish my sentence.
I know, but okay, if you're in a post-apocalyptic society and you have a sand crawler and you're not the leader of a group, I think you're really doing
All right,
it wrong.
Josh, you're gonna be you're
Or maybe just work alone.
you are gonna be really proud of me real quick.
Don't make it Jeff Bezos.
He wiped the sweat off his forehead and turned to the group. Hughestown, you have a problem.
Oh
So,
my god.
I set up that. Okay, how many paragraphs was that ago? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That's
8.
good.
Okay, 8
That's
paragraphs
pretty
ago. I set this
good.
up and it finally paid off.
Man, that's good. Applause for that one. That's
And you didn't even question it. You didn't question it at all.
so good. Well, I made a joke about hue, saturation, luminance. That's what I did when you said
All right,
that.
I want to read the whole paragraph again. The front door clanged open just in time for a massive sandcrawler to drive in, clearly being driven by a tall, strong man with spiky hair and a fedora. He wiped the sweat off his forehead and turned to the group. Hughestown, you have a problem.
In an instant.
Wait, we have
the-
to talk about how they were content in knowing what it was. So we have to talk about what they thought it was.
The jovial faces of the table mates changed to one of fear.
Okay, but imagine if I had not had a way to bring that back.
Yeah. Dang, that's pretty good.
I'm proud of myself.
That's pretty
I was
good.
like,
Alright, so
you know what? That could be the end of the story. We'll set it up as Hughestown, but then I'm like, okay, but you can't have the conflict come in at the end of the story. So I was like, I'm sure there's gonna be when there's a conflict coming in, I'm gonna introduce this idea, and then Josh is gonna be so like
Okay.
impressed.
I am very much so. Change the one to fear. And the newcomer silently cocked the hammer of her
Silently.
gun.
Silently.
Silently.
Wait, you can do it
Well,
silently.
maybe not silently. Quiet. All right. Well, quietly. I just like you just see it in the background. And you just hear like a
This is a story.
click. This is a story.
All right, it's the jovial faces.
just have to be a
of the
little quick
Tablements
about it.
Change to one of few newcomer. You aren't. Oh wait, hold on. Where's Ralph?
No Ralph anymore. I am angry Alex.
Where's Ralph? Asked Angry Alex. All right. Okay, we need to give these characters names because all we have is the plump man, the Asian man, the woman.
And the Canadian. Wait. We have the woman, the Asian man, the Canadian man, the plump man, and the other one.
There's another one? Oh.
there are 4. Oh wait, no, and there's the cook too.
The only
There are
character
2
we
more.
have that's named is Ralph.
That's true, and he's not even in the story.
Asked the heavy set man at the front. Heavy set man directly in front of the stranger. All right. Where's Ralph? Asked the heavyset man directly in front of the stranger.
Okay. The fedora wielding What, Google? You don't like that? You don't think that's real? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The fedora. Oh, okay. The fedora wielding.
Menace. No, we don't know that yet.
Ooh.
We don't know if he's. We don't know
Yeah.
if he's a menace yet.
He's the Phantom Menace.
Fedora menace.
the fedora. All right. The fedora when did menace jump down from the crawler with a deft step.
How much are fedoras?
What?
How much are fedoras? Whoa,
depends.
they're expensive.
Well, it depends on if you get a good
Well, yeah,
one. Or
I
that
mean,
one.
the Indiana Jones one is $80.
That's not a fedora.
It says so on here.
That is
Wait,
no way.
Fedora's a company? No, never mind.
Oh, it's also a type of Linux, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, wait a minute.
Ah,
Man, these are nice.
really?
fedoras.
That's a fedora? Man, all right. Well, I guess I've just been wrong my entire life about what kind of hat that was.
Yeah, you've been
The fact that this guy looks like Indiana Jones is a little bit better than him looking like a
a nice guy.
20-year-old hipster.
Yeah, because those are the people who wear fedoras. Or a kid playing the toast strudel boy.
No, that's a different type of hat. I think that's
No,
some
it's a
sort of
fedora.
German hat. Dang it. Is every hat a fedora how do I not know about this?
You weren't at the fedora meeting.
All right. Sorry.
Sorry, mate.
He's on leave
He's on leave.
right now.
As in, he left when I pull out my gun.
After what I did to M.
Oh man, you didn't like my line?
After what'd you say?
He's on leave right now. He left after I pulled out my gun.
Okay.
That's pretty funny. Come
yeah.
on.
He's on leave right now. All right. He left shortly after meeting my business partner. The man said while brandishing a
2 gold encrusted clocks.
no, he's got to be holding it with one hand, and it's got to be a big gun. A
Uzi.
and Uzi. Yeah, I was actually just about to go with that. That's the one that looks dumb, right?
I mean, it's the one
It's
that's like well known for some reason. He left shortly after peeking by brandishing an Uzi.
You're up. I imagine he's holding it like this. Just like, yeah. It's cool. Just being a cool dude. Bad dude, but cool bad dude.
So you don't have the delivery? Delivery. Do.
Slash.
Yeah. Asked the oblivious Canadian. Clearly not connecting the dots.
Oh yes.
So you don't have the delivery. Wait, that was
Oh, not that.
that was I apologize for that to the listeners out there and the watchers. That was the worst moment. It sounds very weird. I'm listening to your like computer clicking, and it sounds like it's like being played in a vacuum, and sounds like a weird. I don't even know. Like
Cardioids, man. Those cardioid shapes.
I don't know what that means. I don't do cardio. He said while racking his gun. Ooh.
There have been enough deliveries to this place. It's about time I collect on what we've sown here. Get it? That's a seed joke. He just made a seed joke.
Dang, okay. That's good. That's good.
This is pretty dope.
All right, now we got to make more gardening puns.
Can you guys make some fan art for this, please? I want to see him riding up on the sand
All
crawler.
3 listeners, please.
Please, someone make this.
Josh, you're gonna make it yourself. Come on,
I know I am going to. I already decided on it. As soon as he drove up in the sand crawler, I was like, all right, this is happening.
Okay. There's been enough deliveries to this place. By the time I collect on what I've sown here, what we've sown.
No, you said that wrong. There have been enough deliveries to this place. It's about time I collect on what we've sown here. That's a gun noise. It's how my gun sounds. Ah. God. You're supposed to be a cool gunfight, and you just put another pun.
Hold on right there, fella, with hoe as being like the gardening tool. Hold on right there, fella. The gun toting lady said no. Demanded.
Implored.
I like that. I'll keep demanded though. Demanded.
All right, I'm putting implored in my pocket. Use it
she
later.
approached the man with too much gel in his hair.
Where'd you get that gel?
Hold on right there, fella.
Gel factories.
Gun-toting lady demanded as she approached the man with too much gel in his hair. Also, by the way, these characters are paper thin.
Yep. That's okay. It's a short story. It's very short.
We could cut ourselves on these characters. Our best character so far is the lady, but we don't even know her name.
Yeah.
And we keep calling her lady, woman, female.
To be honest, I think that's kind of cool. It's like the guy with no name comes into town just to fix things and then leaves. I think that's kind of rad.
You know.
Plus, I have an idea for later.
You know, at the end, we decided when we sat down, the end needed a feminist story. So that's what we're doing today.
That's not what we decided when we sat down.
We didn't decide anything when we sat down. We didn't even decide what we were doing.
We decided that we didn't even know if we were doing this or 21 Bridges Part 2. Now, what do we got here other than another person that's challenging my reign.
His reign?
Yeah, he runs this place.
He does?
Not today. Yep. Not today. He said as he attempted to blow her away, but was quickly stopped by a dope kick, roundhouse kick. Kung fu fight. Kung fu fight.
All of these stories have a roundhouse kick.
Not really, actually. No.
He said as he attempted
most
to
of them
blow
just
her
have
away, but was
guns.
quickly stopped by a roundhouse kick.
All right, so you can see he's overconfident. Then he just got kicked, which is cool.
Wiping blood away from the open cut on his face, he stared back up at the face of the stranger who made him see stars. What are you even garden?
God.
Wiping blood away from the open cut on his face, he stared back up at the face of the stranger who made him see stars. I can't say this.
I'm going inside the quote.
What are you even garden here? What are you even that doesn't make what are you even garden here?
Don't bother telling me.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I just it doesn't
I'll find out soon enough. All right. All right. Your sentence. Can you press a button and a bunch of tiny robots go out and start ripping up plants? I want some robots.
Robots?
Robots. Sandbots.
My line makes sense, right? What are you even garden here? Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a 5 out of 10, but it's fine.
We had to fit it in there somewhere. I'll find out soon enough. Pressing a button on his lapel unleashed.
So he's wearing a suit jacket?
Maybe. Unleashed tens of micro bots.
Wait, I just realized something earlier. So we said that this guy had spiked hair and he's also wearing a hat. So is the hat just sitting on top of his hair?
Okay. So what I imagined is, you know how clowns have that bald spot, that huge bald spot? So it's spiky on the outside, and then he has the fedora sit. It's it's probably an extra small fedora, just chilling on that one little spot, and then he has the spiked hair coming out from everywhere else.
All right, so I was thinking he just has fully spiked hair, and then on top of it is just resting a fedora.
It doesn't sit very well.
It's a foot above his
Pressing
head.
a button on his lapel unleashed tens of microbots to zoom by the feet of our
hero. Ethan started that.
by the feet of the unnamed.
Ooh, cool.
By the way, we have absolutely no stories with the characters.
It's kind of cool though. We can get somewhere. Race
We had 3 different subplots in that Elon Musk story.
Yeah.
We had
That was the only. That's the only one that really.
We had two in
now
the
there were
golf
a couple
one.
other ones. Golf one? Oh yeah, that one. Jeez. By the incredulous
Tabale.
table.
Tabale. You've
folks.
had trouble with table all day.
I know. I don't. I just.
Maybe you're untable.
God.
That was good. Come on.
Looked in shock as the bots began dismantling their lives' work, ripping up plants to bring back to the main hive. Cool.
Our main hive.
Dope. Cool stuff. Yeah. That's just
Ripping
what,
up
that's
plant.
just like the inside of the sand. It's just one massive
Singular
plant.
The bots race.
Hey, folks. Putting a hyphen in it.
It's just going to be a few seconds of silence, me babbling, and then you like opening your water bottle. This is great podcast content. The main hive. Okay.
I love those drinks.
Okay. So I want to include a phrase, but I don't know what it means. You reap what you sow. What does that mean?
Okay, so basically the way that I was interpreting that is that there is just this like the way that society is organized is there's the seed vault, and inside the seed vault they're growing stuff, but they still need resources from the outside, and so that's what the deliveries are. But now this guy's like, we've given you so much, and now it's time that I go collect those plants and bring them back to my people. And so now he's just stealing all of their stuff. That's how I imagine this.
But I mean the phrase, you reap
That's
what you sow. How can I include that?
Yeah. Well, reap is when
collect
it's
something.
like when you collect plants, in the fall during the harvest.
Oh, I know how to do this. Hold on. He tipped the fedora at the wide-eyed watchers.
Still with blood coming out.
He tipped the
of
fedora
his mouth.
at the wide-eyed watchers as his microbots returned to his crawler, his sand crawler. Oh, not done yet. Well, I guess.
Wait.
Hold on,
So they all just they lit. No, this doesn't make any sense. No.
He tipped the fedora at the wide-eyed watchers as microbots returned to his sand crawler. Well, I guess you can say I reap what you sow.
Wait. So okay. So I get them standing there kind of confused at first, but once they see that they're ripping up the plants, they're not just going to stand there and watch it. Also, this guy is in the middle of single-hand combat with our main character. What's she doing this whole time?
Okay.
Just watching the robots?
My point is that once he did this, they all were very shocked because they've never seen microbots before. So they watched the microbots, and the microbots were so fast they destroyed all the plants in like 2 seconds. And then once it came back,
That doesn't make any sense, though. There are so many plants.
so
There's, like,
your problem
there are thousands of
is
plants in
this
there.
thing doesn't make sense in a made-up story that talks about the apocalypse.
No, but this just genuinely doesn't make any sense. There's no way. Why would he? No, like
Then fix it.
It doesn't make
Fix
sense.
it with your sentence. Maybe he continues hand-to-hand combat. I don't know.
as the bots rolled back out.
I'm surprised this is your only problem with this story.
This is the main problem I had right now because you just wrote as the bots rolled back out for another round of pillaging.
But I got the expression in there, so I like it. Well, I guess you can say I reap what you sow.
A couple of seeds, not seeds. A couple
Can you
were seized.
what's going
That's
on?
what I meant. Oh, it's just moving on to
Yeah,
the
I
next
see it. It
page.
came back and it was weird.
By the name for that. By the stranger. Pistol whipping them into submission. Or using them assault their master.
Huh? My line didn't make sense.
Yeah.
As the bots rolled back out.
All right. So okay, so what happened is the bots went out, they grabbed some stuff, and they came back. And so now everyone's like, "Oh, these things are crazy." And so as they roll out, the main character just breaks a couple of them and then just chucks them at the bad guy.
Okay.
Kung fu fight with guns. They do still both have guns.
Yeah, they
Can't
do.
forget about that. They both still have guns.
Both fighters instantly remember the hand cannons in their grip. "22 years of strong democratic gun control had taught them trigger discipline. But hold on. Decades of strong democratic gun control had taught them trigger discipline. But in post-apocalyptic. What is this, Norway?
Yeah. This is the worst.
But
This is literally the dumbest line.
but in post-apocalyptic Norway, all bets were off.
So you're implying that these fighters who are in a fight to
Yes.
the death not only forgot that they had
Yes.
guns for a little bit, but then also refrained from using them because they were trained with decades of gun control.
Democratic gun control.
This is the dumbest.
I know how stupid it is, but I
God.
love that. Both fighters instantly remember the hand cannons in their grip. Decades of strong democratic gun control had taught them trigger discipline, but in post-apocalyptic Norway, all bets were off. Come on, that's funny. Does Norway Norway has democratic gun control, doesn't it?
I imagine they do.
I'm looking it up first. Yeah, it has some of the strictest gun control laws in the world. By the way, this podcast isn't pro-gun, anti-gun. It is just, there's just gun.
It is
It is just gun.
Okay, you're up. We're getting a little bit of action now. Some things are happening.
that the work
So-
worked so hard to cultivate.
That they
That the work so
They-
hard to cultivate. As round flew,
They, and
as
this is-
one round flew,
there's also supposed to be an S.
as round flew. That's funny to me.
My typing's a little off today.
As round flew.
Deal with it.
As rounds flew off, all
Alright,
the
We gotta hurry
interior
up.
hauled, everyone took cover except for demons who were willing to risk their lives to save the plants they worked so hard to cultivate. The revolver stood steady in her palm as she aimed the, what do you call that? The
Iron sights.
yeah. Do revolvers have iron sights?
Some of them do.
Okay.
Yeah, revolvers usually do. Yeah.
She aimed the iron
Actually,
sights.
I think every gun does. Yeah.
At,
She has a 15x scope
at
on
the
her
small
revolver.
gap. At the small gap between the tip of the fedora and and the enemy's
the popped
eyes.
collar of his
No,
blazer.
and the enemy's eyes. All right. The revolver stood steady in her
So-
palm as she aimed the iron sights at the small gap between the tip of the fedora and the enemy's eyes.
Okay, so she takes cover while this guy is basically just spraying rounds. Just like-
Sure, yeah. Spraying round.
spraying
As a round flew off.
God. Okay.
It's just one round that just keeps bouncing around the entire room.
Some cartoon garbage. Okay. Where does this go? Okay.
We need some character arc.
Canadian man. For the first time. No. That'll come in later. That'll come in
Uh-oh.
later.
You have an idea.
I do. I have like 3 ideas going right now of how we can arc this out. The large fellow worked began diving at the bots that were uprooting his basil. Okay, so he's diving at the bots, uprooting the basil, while a look of determination foreign to him came upon his face. Cool.
Look of determination foreign to him came. Are you calling him fat and lazy? Are you calling
No,
him?
I'm just
he
saying.
doesn't have any motivation.
No, you remember how earlier how he was just like
disappointed because he lost.
yeah, he was like, "Oh man, I lost my cards. Like this sucks." And he's just really like sad about everything.
Interesting.
Now he's like, my plans are under attack. I gotta come back. Look, I'm trying to have at least a little bit of an arc. It's not a big arc. It's like, but we're trying. We're
Large fellow
trying.
began diving at the bots. Okay.
All right, we gotta hurry up. Be quick. Speed round.
As bullets flew all around the room, the strapped
So this is the strap.
strapped female shot 4 rounds. How many rounds are in a revolver?
Typically 6.
Shot
That's 2/3 of the bullet storage.
3 rounds.
Okay,
at the
1/2. That
man with the spiky
in quick
hair.
succession. Pop, pop, pop.
Missing all 3 times. All right, go ahead.
Dang. Okay.
I have an idea for how we can resolve the fight.
I have an idea too, and I hope that your thing is not going to
I hope it's the
completely
same one.
invalidate mine.
Yeah, me too.
I can guarantee you it's not. Times. Blah 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 blah. Her foe took a second to recover after coming so close to his death, and popped a new mag into his gun and took aim at the large man seeking to distract his opponent. Cool. You're up.
Huh? Her foe took a second to recover after coming close to death.
All right. So he almost got hit. He almost got shot in the
So
face.
he's
3
mad
times.
and he's
So
like, he sees an easy target and he wants to shoot him.
yeah, he sees. Yep.
All right.
Yes, correct. And his goal is that by shooting that guy, it'll be like, oh,
Blood poured
Wow.
onto the
the basil leaves were dyed red that day.
ruins of various plants.
Dang.
The blood poured onto the ruins of various plants, dripping and splattering on the wall. And just,
Dang.
splattering on the wall. Blood poured onto the ruins of various plants and splattered on the wall as the revolver shot back
Whoa.
twice more in return. No, it's he shot the fat man. Blood poured onto the ruins of various plants, splattered on the wall as the revolver shot back twice more in return. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. So like, better, pop, pop.
But no. But like the sentence makes sense. Does it sound like?
Yeah, the sentence
Okay.
makes sense. I just thought it was like.
You thought she
I thought
shot
you were pulling
him.
a double fake. Yeah.
No. It's just he shot the fat man. Oh, now you have to establish that the guy died, or he got shot, and he could still survive. I wish we had something at the
Okay.
beginning of the story where like the bigger man did not want to. He was like he didn't feel like watering the plants, and in the end, his blood watered the plants.
Jeez.
I told you he'd water the plants. I don't know, something like dark.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting
All right,
there.
we gotta wrap this up in 10 minutes.
The man rolled over onto his side, trying desperately to stop the bleeding from the many holes he had now acquired. All right, you're up. Go. Be fast. Short sentences. Speedy. Snappy.
Fedora foe smiled smugly at the at the
At the site.
sure
At what was up.
at the sight of the dying victim laying in leaves. As one more round from the revolver stuck into his leg.
Well, that was a miss.
Fedora foe smiled smugly at the sight of the dying victim laying in leaves as one more round from the revolver stuck in his leg.
He fell down to the ground. No.
We can't be at the end of the conflict yet. He still has a clip in the Uzi, so.
Fell down to the ground, but as he once again picked up his firing, aiming now towards the fallen man's companions, who were staring in shock at the horror in front of them. Go.
For
Fedora foe.
what felt like minutes to the table mates and the newcomer, bullets ricocheted.
Wait, what?
Ricocheted off the table barrier they had placed to guard them. To defend them? I don't know.
What?
What? What's wrong with this?
I'm just confused.
For what felt like minutes. Okay, it's not actual minutes, but it's what felt like minutes. Bullets ricocheted
Yeah,
off
no,
table
I
barriers
get that.
they had placed to defend them.
So these people are getting shot at, but like they're just gonna still just stand
Hold
there.
on, you'll see. They had placed to defend them. But
Oh, I'll
it
see
soon
something.
stopped. And the enemy paused to speak. Fire back, will you?
What? Is this a pun? I'm so very confused with what he's doing.
Fire back, will you? It's kind of boring to have a gunfight where the other isn't shooting back. Unless you're out. You know, them revolvers don't hold much. Alright, go ahead. So, for what felt like minutes to the table mates and the newcomer, bullets ricocheted off the table barrier they had placed to defend them, but it soon stopped and the enemy paused to speak. Fire back, will you? It's kind of boring to have a gunfight where the other isn't shooting back, unless you're out. You know, them revolvers don't hold much. So my point with this is that the woman's out. She's out of bullets.
Okay.
And he's starting to catch
Yeah.
on to that. And he's already like emptied like his probably most of this clip anyways, so
Yeah.
so this is my point where they're going to have dialogue.
The shaken table mates looked over at where their only hope was crouch, can't say hope, desperately searching for some sign of for some positive sign to save the day. Okay, so they just look over like, what?
For who? Her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because if they looked at him, they would be staring at the barrel of a gun.
As she stared down at her empty chambers, she looked back flat-lipped. She looked back flat-lipped. All right. As she stared down her empty chamber, she looked back flat-lipped.
A solemn nod was the only indication of of a plan. As she
Are you getting where I'm going with this?
Nope.
Okay.
She flipped out the grip of her revolver to reveal
No.
A-
No. I have a plan. Don't give him. Don't give any more bullets.
small knife. There's a knife in the
Okay.
gun.
She flipped out the grip to reveal her small knife.
So just shink, like, whoosh,
She took a deep
pop.
breath before
Very cool.
jumping out from behind her refuge.
Okay, what's gonna happen now?
Bang!
Gawk, gawk, gawk.
The knife shot out of her hand.
Yes! It's a ballistic knife.
Oh,
Of
no.
course.
It shot out of her hand because he shot it out of her hand.
Oh. Oh, well, that's
The
lame.
knife was shot out of her hand
lame. Thought it was just...
as the man unloaded the rest of his mag into the stranger.
What?
She took a deep breath before jumping out
What?
from behind her refuge. Bang! The knife was shot out of her hand as the man unloaded the rest of his mag into the stranger. All right,
What's your
I
plan?
have an idea. You're gonna like it.
What?
You're gonna like it. Let me do my plan, but you gotta write your sentence. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll let you know if yours goes against my plan.
Okay, hold on. First off, I need to see the next page. Okay. The sickening sound of lead hitting the ground resonated in the large room, leaving only silence and footsteps behind
So
it.
what happened? She
Uh,
got shot.
You just heard like, yeah, you just heard pop, 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 and then silence, and then someone walking.
So he was walking over to her.
I said someone
Okay.
walking. I assumed that it would be him, but I don't know what you're going with, and let's just see. Let's just see what
All right.
happens.
So as she lay
Oh my God.
wounded
We gotta hurry up.
on the floor.
All right, so I have like 12 minutes of record time, so hurry up.
She looked
We have to be really quick.
up at her maker.
What? What?
As she grabbed something off
What?
the floor and put it in her chamber. As she lay wounded on the floor, she looked up at her
What?
maker. She grabbed something off the floor and put it in her chamber.
What? Are you implying she's like a droid?
What? Put
What?
it in her
What?
gun's chamber.
What? What?
What?
No, but why? What's? Who's her maker? What does that mean?
Her maker, the person who killed her.
That's not.
Yes. Somebody's
That
maker.
doesn't make much sense.
Somebody's maker is somebody's killer. Have you never heard that before?
No.
I'm not done yet.
I've heard it before, but it just doesn't make any
put it in
sense
her
here.
gun's
All right,
chamber.
fine. Hurry
All
up.
right, good
Like I
enough.
said,
Go
I
ahead.
have 11 minutes. I have
Hurry
11
up,
minutes
go
of
ahead.
record time. Put it in the gun's chamber. The sound of a hammer pulling back
All right, don't kill him yet. Don't kill him yet.
echoed around the room. I'm just making sound imagery. That's it. That's all I can do.
The sound of
You're
a
up.
hammer pulling back echoed around the room.
11 minutes.
A smile pulled on
Can hurry
the
up.
face of the gentleman with the spiky, with the weird hat.
Hurry up.
Smile pulled on the face of the
Hurry
gentleman
up.
with the weird hat.
Hurry up. Oh my god. I have 10 minutes left.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't. Rome wasn't built in a day.
This is not Rome. This is trash.
Are you people from anyways?
What? What?
Why do you care about some gosh darn plants?
What?
All right, you want me to continue?
This literally makes no sense to me
A
whatsoever.
smile pulled on the face of the gentleman with the weird hat. Aren't you dead yet? Where are you people from anyways? Why do you care about some gosh darn plants?
Why don't you
Wait.
try caring about something for a change? She said as
Don't kill him yet. Don't kill him yet.
she looked up at the man and swept his legs out from under him and kicked his gun away. Go. 9 minutes. We're gonna have to read this. How are we gonna read
Okay,
this?
we'll just record on your phone. She stared down at the man as her own blood dripped onto the floor. I'm from Hughestown. See, you weren't supposed to put dialogue there, but...
What?
So where are you people from anyway? She said earlier, I'm from nowhere. And then she says, I'm from Hughestown now.
Oh, I guess that kind of works.
And it's...
Don't
What?
do
Your
s-
time to die.
Uh,
Oh, hold on. She states as her
stated
as
probably.
one of the used mag rounds, used Uzi rounds, I don't know, lodged into
How does that work?
the...
You can't reuse bullets.
You can now.
No. Just have her stab him with the gun blade.
She stated as one of the used Uzi rounds lodged into the man's skull.
Having succeeded
This isn't our
in
best work.
her... No, it's not good.
It's not bad.
Having succeeded in her fight, she slumped back down in exhaustion.
She should probably die.
I have an idea. I agree with you, and I have an idea of what's
All right, so
what's
you
gonna
have an
happen.
idea how to end it. All right,
Yeah.
so then I'll as her plasma-filled juices.
What? Who says that? That's the weirdest way to write that.
As her plasma-filled juices painted the wall.
Wait, how does that work? How's she on the wall?
She didn't sit up. She slumped back down in exhaustion.
That's on the floor. On the floor. You fall down on the floor, not onto the wall.
Okay, as her plasma-filled juices painted the floor. She heard... Okay, is it dialogue the last thing?
Yes.
All right. She heard a voice. Okay. As her plasma-filled juices painted the floor, she heard a voice. All right, is this the last line?
No. She was the Canadian cautiously approached her. with tears streaming down his face as he, for once, was not smiling.
Huh?
All right, just go.
Why?
Go quick.
Was he not smiling?
Because he was all happy earlier, and now he's sad. Character development. Boom. This is awful.
Yeah.
Just write something. God,
This one was much
just finish
smiling.
this. Dumb.
We don't even know you. Why did you save us?
Ask her name. Ask her name. Ask her name. What's your name? Can you at least tell us your name?
He drowned. He drove.
He drowned.
What do you call that? He drawled off.
Drifted.
Off. Not
Drawled.
even
What is that?
knowing
I've never heard that before.
her name.
Drawled.
Does it work?
Oh, okay. I guess that's
All
a
right.
word. Yeah.
We don't even know you. Why did you save us? He drawled off, not even knowing her name.
Oh, wait, no, that doesn't actually. At least tell us your name before you go.
No, why would they say that?
Just deal with it. It's-
At least tell us your name before you go. She smiled up at the hazy figures who now surrounded her. Cool, go ahead.
All right, this is not gonna be good, but it's fine. My name, she said. Call me your hero. And the
What?
end. That's it. That's it.
That's
That's
it?
it.
It's not even a pun?
Done. The end. The end. You have to write it, but yeah, that's it.
Huh?
That's it.
No, this is bad. Hold on.
Needed to
I
end
need
it. This needed
How
to
many?
be
How much
ended.
record time do you have?
I have 3 minutes. Hurry up.
All right, I'm gonna think of a pun.
No.
What are some other herbs? Call me your herbo.
You know, it was about time that I planted my roots somewhere.
Oh.
It might as well be here.
There we go. Okay.
Done. End it. End it. Right to the end.
I like that because it brings back the whole thing about the roots.
Yep. The end. And we're back. I have added some extra record time to my camera, and we're ready to go.
So, just one more thing before we go in. Thank you for coming from the timestamp, or if you
Yes.
watched the whole episode, thank you for watching the whole episode. We really appreciate both of you, all three of you, or so. And we are going to read our story about something.
Stuff. We still never figured out what the cataclysmic event was.
Well, we kind of alluded to
We
it
never
with the
even talked
post
about it.
Bitcoin crash. So
Oh, God.
that's not like the
Right,
main
that.
reason, but all right. So we shall read.
All right.
Josh, do you want to go first, or shall I go
What's
first?
What's it called? What's it called?
Let's go with
Plant time. Harvest moon.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Plants. Okay. At the end, episode 5. Plants.
Maybe.
Cold open. It had been 22 years since the Earth was rocked by a cataclysmic event, which the survivors only remembered by the scars it left on the planet. The red dust settled upon the shelter's steel top roof. A howling breeze foreshadowed the inevitable. A lone person, clad head to toe in what appeared to be something like a spacesuit of old, trudged through the dust that was accumulating on the ground, heading towards a large, cold door. Stenciled dark text bled on the frame of the opening. Hughstown. All welcome.
The person walked past a tattered sign with a foreign language on it. The person didn't recognize that it translated to Global Seed Vault. The stranger approached what appeared to be the entrance and rapped on the metal.
A slow creaking noise indicated that
Nice.
some mechanics on the inside were causing a heavy door to move. The person saw a dim orange light in the building's interior, beckoning them to move forward.
The next day, as the gruel slopped down on her Dixie plate, she looked at herself in the mirror across the room. Her hair had grown since she had last seen herself, her dark roots infecting the faux blonde locks of the past. The looming ceilings of the seed vault only served to exacerbate the emptiness of the space, only being occupied by 4 other people. Wait, where did the cook go? And the cook
We
at
also
the
still
hour in
never
the
figured out
morning.
where the other person was.
A TV whined with random chatter of DVD runs of How I Met Your Mother as she forced the disgusting solution down her gullet.
So, where are you from, partner? A middle-aged, tall Canadian man asked our protagonist. She stared up at the all-too-happy chap and glared. Nowhere.
The Canadian man
Nowhere.
seemed a little unsettled by that response, but was not fazed by it, and walked away to join his 3 other companions at their makeshift card table.
Got any basil? Asked a plump fellow, an odd sight for post-Bitcoin crash life. No, go seed, replied an Asian man as he looked back down at the seed packets in his hands. As the disappointed man picked up a packet of seeds with a heavy heart, the entire crew was roused by a loud alarm. Boop, boop, boop.
The table folk stood up in calm fashion, content with the apparent emergency as they shuffled out the mess hall into the outer bay perimeter. They were followed closely behind by the newcomer, who drew out a revolver just in case.
As the bullets rattled inside their chambers, each one a different length and caliber, she stood steady at the front folk approached who set off the alarm. The Asian man drew a fist in the air as the others stopped behind him. Delivery time.
The front door clanged open, just in time for a massive sand crawler to drive in, clearly being driven by a tall, strong man with spiky hair and a fedora. He wiped the sweat off his forehead and turned to the group. Hughestown, you have a problem.
Just giving that a little clap.
By the way,
In
I set that joke up 8 paragraphs ago, so...
an instant, the jovial faces of the tablemates changed to one of fear, and the newcomer quietly cocked the hammer of her gun.
Where's Ralph?
Where's Ralph?
Asked the heavy-set man directly in front of the stranger.
My bad. The fedora-wielding menace jumped down from the crawler with a deft step. He's on leave right now. He left shortly after meeting my business partner, said the man while brandishing an Uzi.
So you don't have the delivery? Asked the oblivious Canadian, clearly not connecting the dots.
There have been enough deliveries to this place. It's about time I collect on what we've sown here, he said while racking his gun.
Hold on right there, fella. The gun-toting lady demanded as she approached the man with too much gel in his hair.
Now what do we got here other than another person that's challenging my reign? Not today, he said as he attempted to blow her away, but was quickly stopped by a roundhouse
Do you
kick.
have to act everything out?
Yes.
Wiping blood away from the open cut in his face, he stared back up at the eyes of the stranger who made him see stars. What are you even guarding here? Don't bother telling me. Don't... What is his dialogue?
Okay, pause. No, okay, it's... What are you even guarding here?
Don't
Nah,
bother
don't
telling
bother
me.
telling me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll find out.
What are you even guarding here? Don't bother telling me.
Yeah, like reading it out loud. Okay. And what are you even guarding here? Don't bother telling me. It's so dumb. I'll find out soon enough. Pressing a button on his lapel unleashed tens of microbots to zoom by the feet of the unnamed.
The bots, so everyone.
Yes.
The bots raced by the... Is Ralph the only name in this story?
Yeah.
The bots raced by the incredulous table folks, who looked up in shock as the bots began dismantling their lives' work, ripping up plants to bring back to the main hive. He tipped the fedora at the white-eyed watchers, not white-haired, as his microbots returned to their sandcrawler. Well, I guess you can say I reap what you sow.
Okay, that line's good. I changed my mind on that. As the bots
You
rolled...
wrote it.
I didn't like it when I wrote it. As the bots rolled back out for another round of pillaging, a couple were seized by the stranger, pistol whipping them into submission before using them to assault their master.
Yes.
Nice.
Both fighters instantly remembered the hand cannons in their grip. Decades of strong democratic gun control had taught them trigger discipline, but in post-apocalyptic Norway, all bets were off.
as rounds flew off all over the interior hall. Everyone took cover, except for the table mates, who were willing to risk their lives to save the plants they had worked so hard to cultivate.
Okay, wait. Okay. So it says everyone took cover except for
Then
the
who
table
else
mates.
is there?
So basically just her. So she's the only one.
It makes no sense. The revolver stood steady in her palm as she aimed the iron sights at the small gap between the tip of the fedora and the enemy's eyes.
The large fellow began diving at the bots that were uprooting his basil, while a look of determination foreign to him came upon his face. As the bullets flew all around his room, the strapped female shot three rounds at the man with spiky hair, missing all 3 times. Pop, pop, pop. Her foe took a second to recover after coming so close to his death, and popped a new mag into his gun, and took aim at the larger man, seeking to distract his opponent. Pop, 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 pop. Blood poured onto the ruins of various plants, and spattered the wall as the revolver shot back twice more in return.
You said spattered and resolver.
Da Vinci Resolver.
So,
You're up.
the man rolled over onto his side, trying desperately to stop the bleeding from the many holes he had now acquired. Roger
Federer.
Fedora foe smiled smugly at the sight of the dying victim laying in leaves, as one more round from the revolver stuck into his leg. He fell down to the ground as he once again picked up his firing, aiming now towards the fallen man's companions, who were staring
Oh,
in
it does say
shock
starting.
at the horror in front of them. For what felt like minutes to the table mates and the newcomer, bullets ricocheted off the table barrier they had placed to defend them, but it soon stopped and the enemy paused to speak. "Fire back, will ya? It's kind of boring to have a gunfight where the other isn't shooting back. Unless you're out, them revolvers don't hold much."
That is the lamest line.
Yeah, it's only there to serve the point that she's out.
The shaken table mates looked over at where their only hope was crouched, desperately searching for some positive sign to save the day. As she stared down at her empty chambers, she looked back, flat-lipped. A solemn nod was the only indication of a plan, as she flipped out the grip of a revolver to reveal a small knife. She took a deep breath before jumping out from her refuge. Bang! The knife was shot out of her hand as the man unloaded the rest of his mag into the stranger. The sickening sound of lead hitting the ground resonated in the large room, leaving only silence and footsteps behind it.
As she lay wounded on the floor, she looked up at her maker as she grabbed something off the floor and put it in her gun's chamber. The sound of a hammer pulling back echoed around the room. A smile pulled on the face of the gentleman with the weird hat. "You aren't dead yet? Where are you people from anyways? Why do you care about some gosh darn plants?"
"Why don't you try caring about something for a change?" she said as she looked up at the man and swept his legs out from under him and kicked his gun away. She stared down at the man as her own blood dripped onto the floor. "I'm from Hughestown, and it's your time to die." She stared at one of the Uzi rounds lodged into the man's skull somehow. Having succeeded in her fight, she slumped down back in exhaustion. As her plasma juices painted the floor, she heard a voice.
The Canadian cautiously approached her with tears streaming down his face as he for once was not smiling. "We don't know you. Why did you say that?" Is like, what voice is that?
Bad.
"We don't know you. Why did you say?" How do you do Canadian?
Oh no.
I'm just gonna do regular voice. "We don't know you. Why did you save us?" He drawled off, not even knowing her name. "At least tell us your name before you go." She smiled up at the hazy figures who now surrounded her.
"My name," she said. "Call me your hero. It's about time that I planted my roots somewhere. Might as well be here."
And this is
Bad.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Fan art.
No.
Send some,
no.
please.
A quick recap. Josh, how do you feel about the story? I personally, I enjoyed it.
It's like 50% of the way there. There are some good roots that we could work with, but the rest of the stalk and the flowers just haven't grown
All right,
yet.
things I like about this. I like that we never heard her name. I like that we never heard anybody else's name besides Ralph. Besides Ralph, and that was great.
And then we debated about Angry Alex for a little bit.
Angry Alex Mad Max. That's amazing. So we hope you enjoyed. Visit our website, officialtheendpodcast.com. We have the audio versions, and then if you click watch, it just brings you back to the YouTube channel.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's the only thing on
that's
the
only thing
website
on the
right now.
website. But it's there.
We're working on it.
Well, no, we're not planning on doing anything else with it. But we hope you enjoyed. And we'll be back next week with part 2 of 21 Bridges.
Maybe. 50-50
No,
chance.
we will. We're not going to put
Flip
it off.
of a coin.
We're not going to put it off. Well, I was Alex.
So, and I am, was, and always will be Josh.
And this is
And
the
The
end.
end.